Hello, denizens of the universe. I'm the Romance Scrooge, and joining me today are
The artistic alpaca.
And saw nobody.
Okay. Going to start this out on a very weird question. Which is sexier? Robots, fish, or aliens?
I refuse to answer.
You can only pick one.
No.
Why not robot fish
You can
aliens?
only- That's not an option. You can only pick one of the three.
Okay, fine. Aliens. You want to know why? Because alien is any type of life form that's not human. Ha!
Which could be an alien, which could be a fish robot.
Or just a fish.
Okay,
or a
you got
robot.
me there.
Technicalities.
Yes! RuPaul's!
Fine. You get your fish robot alien combination.
I get my 3 babies.
Okay, next question. Of the three, what is your favorite fish/robot or alien?
Mm-mm. Nope. Oh no, I dropped my water.
That answers it.
How about you, SR? It doesn't have to be how attractive you find said character. Do you have a favorite alien character, robot character, fish character, etc.?
Safer in here.
I'll have to think about that.
Literally, my 3 are pretty easy to find, so it's just kind of like,
Say it anyway!
No. Fun. It's not even like the robot or the fish that's got me. It's the which alien do I choose? I guess to keep it consistent, since they're all over 6 foot, it would be Metaton, Sidon, and Jasper.
Hell yeah! Everybody knows who my favorite alien is. Since Alpaca said hers, I'll say mine. Lord Dominator.
I mean, we can't really blame you there.
Nope.
As for robot, I'll have to go with Raymond from OKKO. Favorite fish?
There's not that many fish people that are notable.
I mean, unless you...
I'll pick Darwin from The Amazing World of Gumball.
Aw, there you go. What a pure answer. Too good, too pure for this world.
That's my answer for that, but I have some pretty saucy answers for any other questions that might pop up, like ambiguous, I don't know what the hell kind of species he is.
I took my water. Because I'm like,
give me a second.
Like, I knew that word was coming up, and the person who flew through my head is exactly the person you're probably thinking of too, most likely. And I'm just like, oh, what the hell, brain? Sorry, I'm enjoying my water over here. I've been like really thirsty lately.
Sounds like it.
Not even the fun type of thirsty either.
Thirsty for what?
Nutrients and shit. I'm trying to think. And I love the fact you said Raymond, because if you had said Metaton, I would have either like screeched or been like, same. It got quiet. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Yeah, she's got her mic muted.
Oh no.
No.
I am never safe. I am never safe from these questions.
Well, they're fun questions.
Gotta make me choose.
Make them choose.
Why would you do that? Why would you be so mean?
Oh, man. Fudge.
You okay there, friendo?
I'm just looking
My
back.
boyfriend's being ornery, so he gets to answer the weird question I've been posing to everybody here. Which is more attractive, a fish, a robot, or an alien?
Probably alien.
Why'd you pick alien?
Well, you never know where that could go.
That's what they picked too. Who's the sexiest alien character you've ever come across?
Hmm. You know I read comic books, right? So
Yes.
that'd take a while for me to sort out.
Okay, who's the first one that comes to mind then?
I don't know. I think I'd go with the exosuit from Exo Man of War.
I'll have to look that up. Interesting response.
Oh, that thing could do a whole bunch of freaky stuff for you.
Of course. this is where I get my twisted ideas from. This guy.
It's that suit, that armor that guy's in on the.
Oh, wow.
To be fair, Scrooge.
Oh, wow.
I don't help either.
Think like if Venom met Iron Man's suit.
Holy crap. Yeah, there's a lot that someone with a very twisted, deviant mind could do with that. just put your mind in the gutter, plant it right there, and go from there.
Then again, I guess that's already been done because Iron Man did have a symbiote at one point.
Didn't do weird stuff with it?
The comic books probably didn't cover that very well.
Literally, when he asked that, the voice in my head was Ahmed's. I hope not.
Marvel After Dark.
You know you want to help the sentient, the sentient costume.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe it has a vibrating function.
No, I think it'd be found Jarvis. My man.
Huh. I hadn't really thought of Jarvis that way.
Well, you know, in the comics, Vision and Scarlet Witch had kids, right? Kind of.
Kind of.
Okay, how? Oh, okay.
Because comics,
Well,
that's
first
why.
you know what Scarlet Witch is.
True.
You remember her from the Avengers movie, right?
Yes.
Well, in the comics, she more of had the ability to change reality.
Okay.
Well, she loved Vision a lot and all that stuff. Pretty much had a kid with him. But it turned out that the kid was actually her creation. Like, her powers actually created the child. And then
Good
when
God.
Vision died, she was so mortified and stuff, her kids disappeared, and it led to House of M.
That's
Oh, wow.
depressing. Good God. Fuck you, Marvel.
Oh, okay, moving on from this discussion topic.
I expect that from DC, but not
Yeah,
from
there's a
you.
whole comic series dedicated to that.
Jeez.
Because after her kids disappeared and she realized that they were never really real, she freaked out and changed the world to where mutants never really existed.
Oh shit.
That's better than
Wow.
what happened in the Logan movie.
But-
Good God.
The mutants did exist, or at least like changed them to where they were no longer mutants. And some of the mutants that relied on their abilities to keep them alive suddenly died and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Like the Blob died under his own weight, stuff like that. If I remember correctly.
Okay. Again, done with this discussion right now.
Okay. Oh, you have fun.
Put that DiGiorno pizza in. It's good.
Okay.
Yes, DiGiorno pizza. Best microwavable pizza. I'd even go so far as to say it's better than half the places you can order pizza from.
Probably.
Kids don't microwave pizzas.
Microwavable
Now you-
pizza.
I mean, I really like bagel bites.
Let's see. 13 Roget is asking what our favorite cartoon of the year has been.
Shit. There's not really, like, any that come to my mind for this year.
Maybe moments
Okay,
or scenes, possibly episodes.
I don't know about
in
you
regards.
guys.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but the My Little Pony glow up from the cartoon to the movie that they released is holy shit. That was something. But that's anything notable that I can remember for animation this year.
Hey, it counts.
They did all of that entire movie in Flash, and it looks like those hand animated ones that Disney used to do. Like, damn.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
That's
Still
where
waiting.
I
all
will watch that someday.
that's where the talent went.
It's not.
I mean,
I'm guessing the newest season of Ponies hasn't been very impressive.
not really. Like, there was one episode that really got me because it called out the entire fan base, and oh my god, I got secondhand embarrassment watching it because I know people like that in the episode.
I have Fame and Misfortune.
Twilight was better before the wings. Shut the fuck up.
Are Pinkie Pie and Applejack related?
God.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
I love the way you said that. Just
I mean, that's
That's how
legit.
it sounds in the episode.
Yeah, that's legit how it is.
Oh, I feel like since they released more worlds and stuff through the movie, that next season will be a bit more interesting because they have more to work with. I'm still salty about the hippogriffs and the sea pony, so
Yeah. I mean, if they would just bring Capper in. Shooby-doo, shoop-shoopy-doo.
not even sea ponies. They're hippogriffs. All because sea ponies are also known as hippocampus. They thought it was a ha-ha pun joke. Fuck you.
Doo-doo-ch.
Lazy writing is what that is.
They already had the hippogriff assets, Alpaca. They had to put them to use somewhere.
Then you hire Silver Quill and to solve all your problems.
Ah, yes, Silver Quill. He shall defeat the Storm King using comedic timing.
I mean, basically,
I'll
is what
pretend
happened anyway.
I'll pretend I know what the hell you guys are talking about.
I just recently discovered the voice for the Storm King is the same guy who played Sabretooth in the X-Men movies. And I'm kind of blown away. I'm not gonna lie. And the guy who plays Capper is the asshole guy from Rent.
Huh?
Yeah, uh-huh. Their voice talents are pretty up there in that movie. And it took a while to place them, though, because I'm better with faces than I am with names. And Lee Shriver plays Sabretooth from X-Men. I don't know if it's the newer ones or the older ones, but he plays Sabretooth. And then the guy who voices Capper in the movie was the guy that was wanting Rent from the gang in the Rent movie that had like the digital production place or whatever. Yeah. I told you I'm not good with names. If it's Doug Jones, I don't remember.
And then I think Bismuth was the queen of the hippogriffs.
Yeah, Queen Novo.
Yeah. I think
Zero,
Christian Chenoweth as Princess Skystar.
Yep. We had some pretty, and Emily Blunt is Shadow Tempest, and that's literally because there's an ad right here on the side of where I'm on the chat. So,
Which Tempest, like her and her backstory make a more compelling reasoning for her being a villain than Starlight Glimmer.
Starlight Glimmer, just Jesus, she needed parents. Where were her parents?
It's like, seriously, was Sunburst the only other child in that village?
But yeah, I was impressed with the My Little Pony movie. I mean, it's a heck of a lot better than a lot of the animated films have been this year. I haven't seen Coco, so I can't say anything about that. So don't judge me.
Oh, Coco is fantastic. I highly
It's
recommend it.
good. Although I would recommend watching it now that more than likely Disney's removed that Frozen short.
I wonder where you guys think I'm going to get this magical money to fall into my lap to go see it. I can't even go see Shape of Water in Nashville. And I've been looking forward to that all year.
To be honest, I hear you on that. Don't really go out to the movies very often myself. Coco is the only movie I have gone out of my way to save up money to go see.
The last movie I went to see was The Last Jedi, and that's because a couple of friends of mine bought the tickets for Christmas and birthday present.
I saw Deadpool. If that dates how long it's been since I've been to the movies.
Yeah, going to the movies is pricey.
Oh, yeah.
Someone who worked at a movie theater a couple of years ago. This was a place where you could get in for like $4 or $5 a head. Unfortunately, it ended up closing because they didn't have a digital projector. How most of the theaters make their money back, they don't even make what they get from the baseline ticket. They make it through concession sales. That's why all of those are marked up to ridiculous degrees.
Yeah, because a lot of the pricing on the actual movie ticket is luxury tax. I'm not joking. Our ticket stubs for movies tell you it's a luxury tax. It's like $3 to see the movie, and then the 15 or whatever is luxury tax.
Jeez.
Yep. The sad thing is, seeing Shape of Water wouldn't be expensive if I actually lived in Nashville, because the Bellevue Theater is having it, and their tickets are like $8 before 6 p.m. So it's not expensive at all. It's just that, gotta drive to Nashville. Doody-doo. I can't do that.
Ah, damn.
Because I would have to pay someone to take me and then, like, pay for them to get in, too. And it's just like, I broke. What little change I'm saving up to mail something out to someone for their Christmas gift. Because I've been collecting stuff since June, I think, for this person. But yeah. I want to say Shape of Water too, but meh. I have to wait. Same thing with Coco. I have to wait.
They'll both be worth the wait.
More than likely.
I'm kind of salty about The Shape of Water because someone I know spoiled it for me. And I'm so angry.
Seriously?
I'm so angry. They did it on purpose. I'm angry. Like, I don't know how it gets to that point, but I know the end game, and I'm just kind of like, how dare.
Duh.
That's okay, though. I still get to see her sign "fuck you" to the guy in the film, so that'll be worth it. That's my level of sass.
I love it.
She could have just, like, did the actual word or whatever, but no, she spells it out one by hand, and it's just, it's beautiful.
That's kind of awesome.
Going through my
Insert sound of
archives.
silence here.
13-year-old says, last time I went to the movies was The Force Awakens. Those fancy seats and skyrocketing cost of production are why you need to take out a second mortgage just to go to the movies.
Okay, it's not that bad. It's just forking over $10 for a movie ticket. Yeah.
It's not $10 where I live, but yeah.
Well, it depends on the
where you are. So, AMC theaters is what we have, I believe.
Yeah, a lot of different ones out there.
And
Supposedly, there's another affordable theater coming to the town I live in. Hoping that they're able to get up and running, because that'd be pretty lucrative if they if they set things up just the right way, in other words, decent seating, they're able to get the most recent productions and stuff, and have the seats or have tickets for a much more affordable price in all the other urban areas around where I live. It's a really lucrative prospect, considering to get to a movie theater, I had to drive 30-40 minutes out of town.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of other smaller towns nearby that you get a lot of traffic and business from, too.
Oh, I know what's a new animated stuff that came out this year that I've been screaming about since it premiered. The Ancient Magus Bride. Ha
Oh, yes. I've seen the
Yes.
first 3 episodes of that. I need to catch up on that.
So good. I'm so happy. I'm so mad about how they pronounce his name in the dub, though. Alias, not Elias Ainsworth. It's Alias Onsworth or some shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, Funimation, you fucked up.
And at least it's got a Funimation dub. Gotta be glad that it got that.
And then I know Monster Musume is getting a dub too by Bang Zoom Entertainment, I think, or was it Manga Incorporated? I can't remember. I'm patiently waiting for that one too. And then of course
that's the kind of show that I would not really be keeping tabs on. It's not because of the Monster Gals, it's because it's a harem.
Yeah. And it's so funny too because the poor guy just wants to help. Like, he's not interested in any of the girls except for the one. And it's very clear it's only the one he likes, and he's just trying to be nice, and it's relatable to a fault. Like, no, I'm just they keep dumping you on me, and I feel bad, and I don't want to like be a dick and kick you guys out.
Just harem anime genre. I would totally be on board with watching an anime about monster gals and daily antics and stuff if the harem element weren't there. I'm not a prude. I'm okay with jiggling anime boobies or NSFW scenes or whatever else. I just don't want the harem. And I'd like the jiggling boobies to be as few and far between as possible. And if there's an NSFW scene, build up to it, please. Thank you.
You'd probably want to watch Dragon Maid then.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the microphone.
I mean, I'm having trouble hearing my podcast over you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm kind of tone it down. Away from complaining about noise level.
But yeah. I just kind of want to see the type of train wreck it's going to be when it's dubbed.
Shatner lines.
Looking at one of the comments here. Neo Yokio is fantastic because it's a train wreck. It's an American quote-unquote anime. Everything about it is...
Literally making fun of...
The
entire thing was literally making fun of all the tropes, and people thought it was supposed to be serious. I'm like, see, that's y'all's first mistake.
They thought it was serious? I queued up one of the trailers, and the second I heard the bad voice acting, the fact that it's Jaden Smith voicing the lead, the way it's set up, it's meant to be bad. I went in with the expectation that it'd be bad.
But everyone was like, oh, it sucks and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but it's, like, supposed to be. It's kind of like how everyone was complaining about Ghost in the Shell. He was like, oh, whitewashing, cultural appropriation. And guess what the movie was about and talking against? Whitewashing and cultural appropriation and how it's bad. And I'm just like, y'all played yourself with that one. No one went to see it because they thought it was you being insensitive assholes, even though what they're worried about is exactly what you're talking about in your film. Poorly, but it's got the spirit. It tried very hard. It suffers from what I call Del Toro syndrome, where the third act is very, very weak.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a good thing I've got that tag.
What tag?
my reaction in 3 blank and 1 blank. This way I can, so I'm going back to my archives and I'm writing down any important things that's happened in animation for this year. Let's see. There are. When was that made? Yeah, never mind. That was last year. That was last year. I think that was last year. That was it. Okay, this year. All right. Great. Now we don't have a timestamp. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Regular show ending this year.
That ended this year? I thought that was last year.
Nope.
Huh.
That was this year, and then the season 2 of Star Versus finale was, and the premiere of the season 3 was also this year.
Huh.
Steven Universe Wanted, him on Homeworld, that was just this year. The finale for the season 1 of The Adventure Zone was this year. That was great. The Hey Arnold Jungle movie. Season 2 of Troll Hunters.
Have not watched that yet. Probably going to wait until season 3 comes out before watching through season 2. Just so I don't have to wait 6 months to figure out what's going to happen with the next cliffhanger. Because I heard it ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, indeed it does.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, and the Ellis for Love from the Loud House episode was this year.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay, that's not a reblog I thought I was gonna see.
What?
I'll show you later. All right. Okay, so then from any of those, what would be the biggest impact so far this year?
Huh. A lot of difficult ones to sit through and pick from there. I'd say that the biggest impact was regular show ending. Because that was a pretty big milestone for Cartoon Network. That was one of the big, quote-unquote, greats, what brought Cartoon Network back or breathed new life into it back in 2010 next to Adventure Time and such.
And Adventure Time is set to end this year.
I think regular show was able to bow out and exit gracefully. In other words, it got didn't they advertise the last movie pretty well?
The movie, yeah.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah, the movie they did, but they didn't advertise the finale.
Okay, I guess I'm just
much.
remembering it as a bigger thing because I remember seeing a lot of people talking about it or discussing it.
Oh yeah, and OKKO premiered this year.
Yep, that's still a fairly recent cartoon. Considering Cartoon Network scheduling, though, it started out fairly strong, but recently, oh man, I'm dreading what's going to happen.
Let's try and stay positive.
I want to, because I really like this cartoon. This would be one of the ones that... yeah. Something happens with the OKKO, that'd be the one that'd get me out of my hidey hole and ranting about things.
That's fair.
I haven't made a rant since I was 15, 16 years old. If OKKO got canceled because Cartoon Network wasn't giving it enough airtime or scheduling, I'd start ranting again. That's saying a lot on my part.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Disney canceled Wander Over Yonder, saying, "Oh, we make more money from reruns," and then they don't rerun it for an entire year. It's like, oh, come on, pull the other one.
Yeah,
Stop lying to
that's
us. Stop.
Yeah. Should make a series of videos about that. That's just not the first cartoon I've seen. Of the cartoons that I've been part of the fandom for and think got the short end of the stick, unfairly at that, Dave Pressler's Robot and Monster back in 2012. That one really got the short end of the stick, next to Tough Puppy and a couple of other cartoons that Nickelodeon aired a lot of when the cartoon was first new and premiering. But as time went on, oh, they shuffled it over to Nicktoons Network. Oh, not going to show new episodes. Or one of the weirdest stunts they pulled was that a new episode would pop up on the schedule, but as the week continued, oh, it's gone. Where'd it go? What happened? No explanation.
Yikes.
Hell, if I remember right, Robot and Monster had staggered reruns and air dates all the way through 2014. The last episode aired 2014. I'm not sure if all the episodes actually aired on TV. I'm hoping they did. I ended up giving up around 2012, 2013. Only recently found out about the show ending in 2014. I've been kind of curious as to what happened with the creator and team behind that particular show. It was a pretty... It wasn't the best cartoon, but they knew how to execute ironic humor. It was pretty funny to create. The visuals and character designs and such were quirky and surreal. Yeah, had a lot of heart and talent behind that. I honestly think the show didn't get the kind of credit or publicity it deserved. I remember somebody, or a review describing it as a spiritual successor to Invader Zim in some respects. Like some of the parody and humor elements that they might entertain, they were pretty much on the money. Robot and Monster entertained some parody and some themes they played with. Yeah, it didn't get nearly as dark as what Invader Zim did, but there were hints of it there. Like, the writers for this show could easily go over to Invader Zim and write a pretty snappy episode, for lack of a better description.
Let's see.
Looking at some of the comments here, that's an interesting point to bring up. So Cartoon Network, they were leaning heavily on Teen Titans Go, aka the show that really shouldn't be named, or The Dead Horse.
The Dead
And
Horse.
Nickelodeon, they've got The Loud House and SpongeBob. Loud House had a big controversy surrounding that earlier this year. And SpongeBob is pretty much on life support by this point.
Yeah, and they're...
Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to remember if... I think Harvey Beaks ended this earlier, like a couple days ago.
Did they call for me? I think I heard my parents. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. I remember seeing a post from C.H. Greenblatt about Harvey Beaks, Nickelodeon unfairly or axing it, or about how little airtime the show was getting. That was another major disappointment in regards to why didn't the network give the show more airtime?
Because unless you're a yellow sponge, they don't care.
Well, unless you're a yellow sponge or you can compete with SpongeBob. Man, the Loud House really barely eked out there. I'm glad that it did. But the fact that they're rerunning it or giving it any airtime at all, it's only because it managed to trump the Sponge once. That's a ridiculous standard to have for a cartoon. If Nickelodeon would just let Harvey Beaks run its course, give it active airtime, there'd be an audience that'd pop up around it. It's very creative, and it's a very creative, lighthearted show. Families would love it. Anybody of any age would love it. It's a very charming cartoon.
Hell, they even had an
I
episode.
liked it.
Yeah, they had an episode about death recently.
Jeez. That one, definitely interested in queuing up and watching, because of a general audience, a show that I could see tackling that and doing so in a way that would resonate with viewers of all ages, Harvey Beaks could definitely do it.
And I was kind of surprised, especially not only that they did it, but they did it with one of my favorite characters in the show.
Which one?
Fee. Just a fun
Wow.
character. Just a fun character in general.
No.
Fee doesn't die. She just learns a lesson.
I have returned.
Of course they wouldn't. Just the fact that they picked that particular character to discuss that particular topic, wouldn't have expected that. I'd expect them to cover it with Harvey, but the fact that they cover it with her, that just makes me more interested, because she comes across as a pretty rough around the edges, rowdy kind of kid, you know what I mean? It'd be a bit more difficult to write that kind of story for her, so I'm definitely curious.
Well, there's another episode that I would also recommend. What was it called? Let me take a quick look. It was a more recent one, and I was really impressed by it. Although I kind of saw what was gonna I kind of saw what the issue was gonna be, but I was still like, damn, that was that still hit pretty hard. Oh, the Grunicorn. That's another episode I recommend.
I'll have to queue those up later.
Yeah, although the one with death, it involves a character that's been previously established. So unless you've seen all the episodes up to that point, then the impact won't hit you that hard. But still, although I barely remembered the character whenever I was watching the new episodes, and I was still like, well, damn.
Thank you. Man, these smell good. Garlic bread.
I had garlic toast today. Let's see. DuckTales also started this year.
True. I need to catch up on DuckTales. Just watched through the first episode and just haven't watched any since.
Yeah, they're building up. They're building up to something, but there's also a number of episodes where there's nothing. I want to say nothing, but they're basically building characters. But yeah, it's still worth a shot. At least
To be honest, the format you're just. Sorry, didn't mean to talk over you. Go ahead.
Well, I was just well, at least the characters are. At least I can actually tell who's who in this series as opposed to the classic one.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. After watching the first episode of the new one, watched an episode of the original DuckTales just for a frame of reference or just for fun. You cannot tell the triplets apart. Different colored shirts they're all pretty much the same character, just with different colored shirts.
Yeah, even though they have some personality differences, you still, it's like, and I'm one of those, like, I need something in the background when I'm doing something. So I can't watch the classic DuckTales. Just like, I just can't put it in the background and not go, okay, which character said that? Because I can do that with the new DuckTales and be like, oh, that Dewey. Always being that Dewey. But the older ones, it's like, okay, which one of them said it? Louie. You son of a Louie.
I really can't say much. I only watched the first episode, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all pretty much the same character.
Pretty much, yeah. Let's see. Well,
Oh, looking at some of the comments here, Nickelodeon's going to lose Dan Schneider. Oh boy, yeah, that's a pretty major thing, considering he's pretty much the entire lifeblood of Nickelodeon's live-action programming. They used to have more diversity, but when you think about it, what are the big hit standout shows for Nickelodeon live action? iCarly, Drake and Josh, Victorious. The newer ones are probably spearheaded by him too. At least they're breakout hits. If they have any other ones, I'm curious as to how well they stack up against Schneider shows.
I think the last Nickelodeon live action show that I watched and liked was Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, but that was Teen Nick.
Oh, I'm only scraping the surface with the ones I rattled off. I only know that Victorious exists. I saw a couple of episodes out of boredom, but I don't remember anything about him. iCarly kind of had some interest in it. Whatever's on the air now, I have no idea. I'm only up to date as far as, like, I'd say 2009, 2010. Those are the only Schneider programs I remember. What they have now, no idea.
No idea.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Boy. Somebody made the comment, prepare to have your childhood ruined. Oh, fantastic. You see another case of, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it took me a while to place the name, but I'm like, oh, that guy.
Oh, fantastic.
And
yeah,
it's not like
yeah.
it's just rumors. I mean, it's been
Right.
confirmed, so it's just kind of like, shit.
God.
Scream.
Scream.
I'll say this much. I'm glad these guys are getting rooted out.
Yes.
These guys are getting rooted out and just taken out of the industry. There isn't
They'll be
people
shuffled
saying
around.
Hollywood isn't. There are people saying Hollywood isn't going to be the same without these guys. There's always new talent popping up and out there. There's going to be new names and possibly even brighter, better ideas from ethically sound people that come in. It's a rough transition, but it's needed. That's as much as I'm going to say on that.
Yeah. Yeah, needs new blood. New good blood. Let's see. Samurai Jack was also this year. That last season's a mixed bag.
Yeah. The only comment I really want to make about that, okay, two comments. One, I'm glad that Gendy Tartakovsky came back and that Samurai Jack has a definitive ending. That's a strong high point in and of itself. The topic of Jack and Ashi, I am not touching that with a 29.5-foot pole. If you want me to discuss that on the shipping corner, you're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to pay me to cover that. that is my piece on Samurai Jack.
I mean, it's honestly fair.
I mean, it was a fear whenever I started season 5, and I was just like, well, this has become a nightmare. Let's see.
Trying to think of like just in general cool stuff for this year that I got to do. I got to go to MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia this year for the first time.
Let's talk about that.
It's one of the biggest geek conventions in the Southeast, other than like Dragon Con. I think it's like right underneath it. And I got to go there and hang out with friends and go to the Night at Aquarium and cosplay as Napstabot. That was the best. I actually think I have pictures of my Napstabot. Hold it. Where we were in the aquarium taking pictures. And my friend dressed up as Sirius Black. Because it's the one time of year other than Dragon Con where you get to walk into the Georgia Aquarium in costume. And if people are gawking at you, it's the adults because the kids just get so excited. Like, there's one guy dressed up as Spider-Man, and this one kid just went running at him screaming. And it was adorable.
Just the idea of someone cosplaying in an aquarium, just cosplaying as like Sidon or something.
There were a lot of Lapis. A lot of Lapis. I'm not joking. We counted 20 before we left. There's my Napstabot and then my friend who was dressed as Sirius. Let me pull up her pictures.
Not really too surprised about the Lapis thing. Isn't she like half the Steven Universe fandom's waifu?
Yeah. Proof that even the guys like assholes. I'm sorry. Lapis is just kind of on my shit list. There we go. Those are pictures.
Mixed feelings about Lapis as a character.
She needs help.
Pretty much, yes.
That? Yeah, she needs help. But I got to go to MomoCon, and it was like fantastic because our hotel was literally within walking distance of the con. I got to go to AWA too, as well as Yamacon this year. I've been to AWA twice before, and Yamacon was the first. MomoCon was the first. Did MTAC too, Anime Day Nashville, where I had an art table. That was fun. I think of others. We did Anime Day Knoxville too, which wasn't as fun. We ended up walking into the mall dressed as like Frisk, Sans, and Kara, me and my friend and my brother. We just walked into GameStop and watched everyone proceed to lose their minds. Even more so when the one dressed as Kara went over to the cutesy stuff on the wall. At MTAC, we had a mishap at one of our panels because the projector wasn't working, and we were like, oh, cool, this gives us time to fix everything. And then the plugin decided it was going to work, and we and my friend projected a very not safe for work image on the wall. And at first, he was mortified, but the parents that were attending thought it was hilarious because the image was so saturated that unless you had really good eyesight, you wouldn't have known what was going on. But the parents who did were just like so thankful that we weren't stuffy about it, because instead of panicking, I looked to my friend and said, Ford, what did I tell you about this? He was very kind of like mortified over it, and like I tried to reassure him that, you know, it's fine, it happens. There have been worse, and there has been worse at kid-friendly panels. I've seen it.
Oh God. And
then at MomoCon, I had my Undertale photo shoot that I did. That was a really big success. We had like a bunch of people show up. And then at AWA, I had my panels for fan art in the classroom and Anime 101 for parents that were successful despite technical difficulties. Because apparently this year, technology just didn't want to get along with me. And we've been requested to come back to AWA to do our panels because the Fanner in the Classroom actually brought in professors from the universities nearby that, you know, were educators, like in education with their doctorates and everything, looking for more information like this. So we got to do that.
Huh.
Yeah,
Pretty
professors.
cool.
And then Yamacon was just the fun con because it was very small and I got to dress up as Rose and basically blow everyone out of the heckin' water. And unfortunately, that's one of the bad things about this year is that my Rose dress has suffered a mold infestation and I can't like bleach it out or anything. I tried. I'm just like, oh, I gotta get fabrics to make a new Rose dress.
That was a pretty Herculean task to just make the first one, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, I actually sewed through my finger. I still have like the scar.
Oh man.
At least it didn't hit any bone, so I'm thankful for that. And the wig, of course, took forever because I have to restyle it every 6 months.
Yeah. that wig.
Yeah,
Didn't you have to pile two on top of each other just to get the volume?
It's 5 wigs, 5 wig clips, and remnants.
Jeez.
It's heavy. It's big, and it's heavy, and it is fabulous.
Rebecca Sugar, what are you doing? If you're going to draw iconic characters, can you make them with more manageable hair?
And like, I'm trying to get stuff together to go to the Undertale convention next year. I want to cosplay as my character B so I can have the cosplay repair because they don't have that at the convention. And I asked, like, oh, so would you be opposed to someone coming in with this stuff attached to her? And they're like, as long as you don't have knives, we don't care. So I'm trying to get like the patches and everything together, get my bags and whatnot, because I have most of the cosplay repair tools at home. So it's not like I really have to buy much other than a particular pair of scissors that I want and the rest of the costume, because I have to keep the shorts a certain length for this convention because it's PG-13, and the shorts I currently have, I've had for like 5 years, and they're getting up there to being Daisy Dukes, and I don't think the creators of this convention would appreciate that. So I've got I have to get a wig too because my hair just, I can't afford a haircut. I'd rather get a wig and deal with my hair in a hairnet all day than deal with having to style it like she has her styled. Because my friend can actually style the wig with help, so. But I'm so close. There's not much left on the list. There's like a patch, a pen, the scissors, another bag, the wig, shorts, and the top. So, like 7 items, and I'm so close, and then I can focus on getting the actual money for the travel and the tickets, which isn't much. I think we calculated, calculated 80 or 90 for travel and the tickets, which isn't bad going to Atlanta because that's where it is. And my friend Jamie, I think we're staying at their house for the weekend. I don't know about that quite yet, but it's a day con, so we could literally drive down there Friday, get a cheap motel for like $20, $40 a night, and then head up back up to where we live on Saturday night. So I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this convention since last year because they're going through a charity called Child's Play, and they actually provide game systems and games for kids in hospitals and stuff. So it's a really good charity to support, and I think my brother has actually gone through them before for like gaming streams and stuff. And they donate to places like St. Jude's Hospital and everything.
Huh.
So yeah, I'm excited about that. I've just gotta actually get the funding to do it. It's just been really difficult lately.
Yeah, trying to earn any kind of money is a pain in the rear.
Especially in Tennessee. It's like, oh, you have seizures. Oh, we don't want you around our shit.
Look, looking at some of the comments there. I like your comment right there, SR. Rule 34, you weren't the only one that had a crush on that character. And as you get older, you build a community with other people that have a crush on that character.
And then you all turn 18 and everything just goes out the window.
Yeah, then and then you go, that character's mom was actually pretty hot.
The cartoon critic said, "Why are cons so damn expensive? Because they're technically a luxury. So that's why you have to get the hotel room, you gotta get the tickets, tickets, you gotta get travel. Bleh."
Yeah.
For me, though, it's like the only time I get to see my friends, so that's why I go. And usually, though, I get super lucky with the tickets because since I do panels, I tend to get tickets for either super cheap for like $20 or I get them for free. And then all I have to do is worry about travel in the hotel, which is easier when you're splitting with 6 people. So it's like right now there's 6 people in our current hotel room for MomoCon. It's about $120 a person. And that includes like parking and everything. So the only thing that they have to do is bring food from home. And, that's free, pretty much.
God damn.
I'll be honest, a big reason why I do not want to go to a con is because of the whole, oh, we're setting up a hotel room with 6 different people thing. No, I don't want a hotel room with 6 different people. And I don't have the money to shell out for a single hotel room. Just hotel room with 6 other people in it. No, can't do it.
It's easier if you're able to get suites because then you have the 2-room deal. It's a little bit more expensive, but we're staying at the Hilton Garden Inn and those rooms are pretty roomy, so it's not like anyone's toppled on top of each other. And since, you're only there for sleeping a lot of the times with your room, it's not a big deal either.
Even then, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm living in a single room apartment with my boyfriend right now. It's 2 of us in a fairly small room. Still hoping to one day move to an apartment where we both have a couple of separate offices. That comes with its own set of challenges. One night with 3 other people.
You're claustrophobic.
No, not claustrophobic. More like
people-phobic.
I can only stand so much of people for a certain amount of time. I don't like having to go out in public too much if I can help it. I'm that kind of person.
That's fair. That's honestly fair. People can be good, but they can also suck.
Shut up, Adam.
Yeah, cartoon.
See what I have to deal with.
Cartoon critic. If you're going to go to a convention, I would find a local day-con that's like at a college or something. And then if you do want to go to a bigger convention, make sure that it's within your state and within like an hour's driving time. And then you can either drive back and forth and save money that way, or you can try to split a room with a friend to cut down the cost. And volunteering and paneling will get you free tickets, and people forget this.
Yeah, it's kind of like with Indie Comic Con this year. I went with a couple of friends, and we're about like an hour and a half drive from Indy, so we were able to go up and come back down, come home and just drive back and forth. All we had to pay for was gas and parking. It was gas and parking.
13 Roguette, yeah, the new cons can be super scary, but with the Undertale convention, even though it's new, it has gone through Toby Fox himself, and he has tweeted about it. So that's how we know it's a safe convention, is because the creator is saying, yes, I okayed this. So it's very important. And if you do want to go to a newer con, go to ones that are at local colleges, because usually they're college ran by like the student committee and stuff. So you're going to have a safer bet with an experience like that. Like we have MTSU Con here in Tennessee and OmniCon at Tennessee Tech University. Wow. So, yeah. For wanting to do conventions, start very, very, very small. And bring your own food, because trust me, that'll save you bunches of money.
These have been Con Tips with Artistic Alpaca.
The Con Mom.
Hey, good stuff to know.
Yeah, and I always room with friends that I trust, so that helps out a lot with that too, because then it's just like, oh yes, I know these guys. They won't like boot me in the rear and screw me over. But yeah, I'm excited because I really want to do Undertale Con, and like I have someone willing to take me if I can provide the gas money and everything. Because he doesn't necessarily like the video game because he's not into turn-based RPG, but he really loves Sans as a character. Because I mean, Scrooge, I showed you the clip where his room is like clean except for the pile of socks, right?
Mhm.
This kid is Sans. With puns and everything. But of course, if we're going to go by that logic, that would make me Papyrus, and that's fair. Especially if I'm having like a bad health flare and all I make is spaghetti for a week.
Spaghetti. Insert bad CDI or no Super Mario Brothers show reference here.
Ooh, spaghetti!
I swear my brain is a disconnected ball of twine because spaghetti, Undertale, it went to Lady and the Tramp obligatory spaghetti scene. And I started thinking, hey, it'd be a cute idea. It'd be a cute comic idea to drop Red Action and Enid in that situation. The whole stereotypical spaghetti thing. Disconnected ball of twine. How do I get from that point to that idea?
I mean, to be fair, Papyrus would do that to my character in Metaton. He would, because he's such a dork.
But who shall be the singing waiters?
It would be Sam
That's what I'm thinking.
Exactly. You know exactly who came to mind, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm wondering for the Red Enid thing. Who shall be the singing?
You know Rad and KO would be all over that. They're both pretty flamboyant. And there's that one episode where Rad and Shannon had their incarnation or variant on. You know that this kitchen's not the same without you thing from SpongeBob. Pretty much a scene like that if it were with a romantic couple.
And then there's that whole like they pretended to be waiters in the We Were Captured episode that introduced Venomous.
Yeah.
Might be something to draw.
I hate the fact that you got me on the Red and Enid train. Just dumb new ideas every other day. Okay, no, I'm not upset about that because those are freaking adorable. I've been itching to draw some Boxman stuff. I've been itching to draw some Boxman stuff recently too. Just had that itch. I've already been writing bad fan fiction. I'm just a couple steps away from just.
Yeah, I get so many ideas for like Lava Scissors and Star Key and Red Enid that I'm just like, I want to draw it all, but I can't. There's not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, that's my issue with the stuff I do.
Well, you can draw like crazy. I can't. It took me like 2-3 days to draw that one comic with Red and Enid kissing. It took me close to 2-3 days to draw that. And I was only able to get it done because I actually had time to. That other one got it done over the course of a day, but that's because I didn't take time to ink it. Just drew pencil lines and shaded it a little bit. Maybe if I simplified things a bit more it'd be possible, but long ramble short, I can't draw as fast as you can.
Well, it's just when it comes to these characters, all I do is just break them down into their basic shapes.
I obviously need to take another light drawing or anatomy class or something, because it takes me forever to map out poses. Unless it's just...
I mean, if anything, I could probably do a video on that, like how I draw various characters.
Do it, and I will spread it all over the internet.
Oh no. I should probably then get a list. How I draw these characters.
Don't. Step 1, don't. Step 2, cry. Step 3, actually do it.
That's me.
Oh, great. That was a random thought. Just like how to get into shape list. How to get into shape. Step 1, punch a bear. Step 2, run. This is your life now.
That sounds like something River from Star Versus would do.
He'd wrestle the bear. Why just punch the bear when you can just wrestle with it? It's jolly good fun.
In regards to if I ever made a speed draw video or something, I'd probably have something sketched out and then just record myself inking over it or doing one part of my process. That's it. That's the only way you'd be able to get something that wasn't like 5 hours long.
Yeah, I was supposed to do cleanup on Robots Star Versus comic today, but I ended up procrastinating with Overwatch. I mean, to be fair, it's about 7 pages, and I've already got most. Yeah, and I've already got most of it. Yeah, and I've already got most of it cleaned up already. Whenever I was doing the line art.
Also, not getting paid to do it. It'd be a bigger deal if you were actually getting compensation for your services. Since this is probably just some kind of art trade or something, right?
Kind of. He had, like, we were joking about an idea of, or he had an idea of about, like, Jana starting a cult or something in college, and then I'm just like, oh, what would it be? Like, the cult of Toffee, the cult of Meteora, the cult of Eclipsa, and he's like, ooh, Eclipsa, there we go. And then he just wrote a short story about about Jana using Marco as a virgin sacrifice. And so that he wrote it, and then I was like, and he's like, oh, could you think you could draw some you think you could draw some illustrations for it? And I'm like, yeah, sure. What? I'll see what I can do. And I read it, and I'm like, you know, I could probably turn this into a comic. And yeah, that's about 7 pages.
I guess my point is, there's no rush on this. As you said, you got most of it done, so it'd be a much bigger deal if you had like a paying client or something. In this case, yes, I'm that kind of horrible person. Hell, I have a art trade with the PC that's kind of been on the back burner recently. As long as you let the person know what's going on and keep open communication.
Yeah, they tend to be understanding. Like, I owe you 2 commissions, and it's just that I haven't had the time recently, and currently I'm waiting for that computer arm so I can actually use my tablet. But once I get that, I'll be able to finish them pretty quickly, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, in that case, understandable. No big rush on that.
Well, you know what the situation right now is with me, so... Because I kind of keep that open specifically because, like, there's only 3 people that order commissions anymore, and it's you 2 and another friend of mine. And I'm kind of like, oh. But the reason for it being scarce is a whole nother thing I'm not getting into.
Yeah.
I swear, that's still the cutest I've ever drawn, Jana.
Oh, by the way, Scrooge, before I forget, I want to send you a YouTube link because this reminded me of what you were talking about earlier, saying it's not on your payroll or something around those lines. I was kind of zoned out, but yeah, that video reminds me of you. An SR.
What?
It's
So
cute.
what?
I promise it's cute. It's nice and innocent and safe for work.
There's some dirty birdies in the comments section. I saw you guys talking about that. Probably Robot's idea too, wasn't it?
What?
Yeah, take your minds to the gutter. Jana, cult.
That's pretty tame.
I assumed as much. I'm just being just being kind of honoring myself.
I mean, the only
It's South Park style, so I mean, of course, it's gonna have language, but that's it.
I'll watch it in a little while.
that way there's not like a good deal of silence or anything. Put that up.
Oh, drawing with a mouse can be pretty terrible if you're not used to it. I'm gonna say that up front right now. Like if I had to draw with my mouse, I would cry.
Shit.
Alpaca, most of the digital art I used to do, I was drawing with the mouse.
I know, and I would cry every time you send me something because I know the trouble. I was like, oh my god, why? Why would you do this to yourself for me? I still got 2 of them, well, 3 of them. I have 3 of the things you've made for me still. So, ha! And I'm gonna prove it on Skype.
I need to queue up those programs again. I haven't touched them in like close to a year now, I think. Been a while. Just kind of stopped messing with it after I pretty much just backed off of that for a while since I wasn't as active on YouTube, and just one of the big things that kept me making stuff was that was a trademark for making title cards and stuff, so felt more of a need to keep it up then. Now, not so much.
Yeah. I do digital art just because it's easier on me currently, so it's kind of like, oh. Sorry, I'm having to actually search through my files because the gift art's buried in a certain area. That would be me, probably.
It's not a file titled GIFs.
Oh, I just send it to Scrooge's Skype, so not her. For her.
I saw it. If you heard buzzing, that was my phone.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
I need to change my Skype avatar again.
It's been a while, but I think I remember mine being Fancy Bard Jamie. I like that. I think I just need to change my mood thing. It's been a while since I've been on Skype.
Oh, I change my Skype avatar once every couple of weeks.
Mine has stayed the same forever.
So obviously I need to make another piece of art in that particular vein, so there's something new. Yay!
I love them though. They're gonna smooch. They want to smooch so bad.
Then the next one should be them smooching. If it makes anyone feel better, looking at some of the comments here. I write some pretty crappy fan fiction. My writing is crap. I try, but it's crap. I tried animating once. That's floating around somewhere on YouTube. I'm utterly embarrassed by it. I never tried again after that. Actually, I tried a couple of times. One, looked it up a while back, and man, the commenters were harsh.
And the closest I've got for animation are just my storyboard things. Which I want to do another one, except instead of the Adventure Zone, I want to do one for Dames and Dragons. Mostly the scene with Fran clawing her way out of a crevasse and Corbin just mocking her.
I've done.
Good luck shoveling your way out of the crevasse.
Cartoon Critic says, have you guys tried animating before? My first animation I ever made was a guy about a sandwich, but it came to life and ate him. Ha! I've actually done an animatic that has over 10,000 views right now because it was a part of a challenge that a group of friends had out, in which I am the only dumbass that completed it. And it was like self-insert. You would pick a few characters and then a few songs from musicals, and it would be sent through a generator. I got Dead Girl Walking and Bill Cipher with the self-insert. And that thing was so awkward, and I had to get it done in 2 weeks because that was the challenge. But it's one of the most viewed things on my channel now.
Hey, you did a pretty good job, and especially considering you only had 2 weeks to work with.
Yeah, I really want to get some more printer paper and do the feed me thing that I had like demoed in my animatic video, where I kind of go into depth about how I did it because I kept getting questions about it.
I'm definitely curious myself.
Because with that one, I was going to do Wasteland Fill that was done by Queen Naughty on Tumblr, because there's not a lot of that on YouTube, so it would be pretty easy to get some traffic from it, and then like probably make her smile too, because no one's really done animatics. They've done like comic dubs and stuff, but I rarely see like her sort of theme used, so it might end up being more of a mashup between certain universes for Undertale, but hey, it would be cool. Just have a mix of different character models. Have like Undertale Alphys, and then Wasteland Film Metaton, and then like Omega Flowey, or something like it. I mean, I've also thought about doing like Jane Foster and Loki to You're Welcome from Moana too, but she's so generic, I don't think people would recognize it as Jane Foster, so. Yes, I haven't uploaded anything in a while because it's been a pretty hectic last of the year, because starting in September, everything just kind of started blowing up. Like my original tablet died, then my hard drive went, and then of course I had to get a new desk because of a mold infestation, and now I am waiting for a computer arm so I can do more art videos and then get together the stuff for fan art in the classroom. This way, if something does go wrong, I can just play a video at a convention and not have to worry about internet connection. I have plans. It's just that energy and time and energy and time.
And time energy.
All boils down to time.
I had time. I had time.
Because I mean, when I do have time to do art and stuff, you notice I do pop out a lot of art at once. Is because I start things all at the same time and able to finish them all at the same time. Like with commissions, I think the last time I did a commission round, I got 5 of them finished in a day because I'd been working on them all on and off all day. And then that's what I plan to do with your two. And then there's another one that's like a private commission that I'll be doing too. But yeah. It's a bit too not safe for work for the channel. Just a little bit. Too graphic. It's too graphic.
Subject I asked for, you're definitely going to get some traffic from that one.
No traffic for mine.
I swear. I swear, draw those two. People are drawn to it like moths to a flame. Just, I don't get it.
Fans are strange. That's all I can really say.
Okay, it's not that strange. It's the biggest main guy, main girl pairing for this particular show.
Yeah.
I'm keeping things a bit vague since...
Don't spoil it. And of course, like, I had an idea of what I want to do for Bee in Underland this year, but I'm definitely going to need help with doing that one just because of the graphics involved. It's like, has anyone here heard of Dream Daddy or Doki Doki Literature Club?
I've heard of both. Haven't seen the entirety of Dream Daddy, but the other one, I'm very aware of what twist.
Okay, well, I'm talking more about like the style of how the videos are done. If I could do Be an Underline in that style and only have to focus on the dialogue and the artwork and stuff, and have like a little bit of help with everything, I would be able to manage that better than writing the fan fiction. And I have a feeling that that will probably go over better than the fan fiction, because no one cares about OCs on Archive of Our Own. They really don't.
Oh, damn. Good to know.
Yeah, they just could not give a shit. I think I've gotten like I have like 5 people on Archive of Our Own that actually talk to me about the story, but that's it. And it's because like
oh, sorry, I keep talking over you.
It's okay. We just keep like thinking at the same time. That is all. It is okay. I was gonna say like I just like the people who are interested are more interested in like what's going on with Gaster and everything, and I'm just like, you're gonna cry when you figure out what happens at the end. But yeah, I had
to. Sorry.
You go. I lost my thought anyway because I was thinking and then it just noped out of my brain. So you go.
The kind of format you're talking about, it looks fairly simple, but I think it may end up just thinking about it may be a bit more. I guess it just depends. May just ask my boyfriend what it'd take to rig up a basic setup for that.
A lot, because I've done it before. Because I mean, the Be an Underland's Lost Souls sketch that I did on my channel. I did all that by hand, and it took like 39 hours. So what I would have to do is like pre-make a shit ton of assets beforehand and find all the sound effects and whatnot, and then get to work on it. This way I'm not searching like a heckin' raccoon for food in the middle of the night when I'm doing it. And I wouldn't do it in the pixel format either because that was too difficult. I would have to do like the smoother line stuff. But the thing is with how much is in there, it's just like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'll say this much, if I were going to help with a project like that, definitely want to draw up some kind of reference sheets or character models first to make sure all the characters are drawn in that specific style and things are kept consistent.
Oh, yeah. Like, the only one who's going to have, like, a hard time with, like, keeping consistent, I think, is probably going to be Bee and maybe Gaster. But, like, everyone else, it's just going to be, like, the general character models that they have in-game. So that's something I'm going to be starting working on whenever I get my pack of printer paper, because I don't want to waste my sketchbook paper because I only have the render ones right now. And scanning in from those is very, very difficult.
Also, this much, I don't know if it'd be a good idea to just go completely off of the models in-game or use those as a reference. We're going to have to take some creative license, because if you're drawing fan art for Undertale, you pretty much have to take creative
license because everything is in black and white, so you've got to translate that over to color too. Like, I don't expect it to be like perfect humdinger or anything like that. It's just that it's just a lot. So it's like, ugh. See, this is why I wish I had money. Even I could just pay people to do backgrounds and stuff for me. I mean, I could go back to like the 2009 way of life when they did that for like a series called Tokyo Dark Mew and just use real life backgrounds.
If you could figure out how to implement or set things up in a respect similar to what the Amazing World of Gumball does. Okay, think about it this way. Graphic design tricks, but Amazing World of Gumball style, done on an extreme budget. I wonder if that's possible. I used to play with effects quite a bit, so I figured out how to... could probably figure out something. There'd be a way to get that to work. It'd just be kind of difficult. The only... be a lot easier if you could get high-resolution photos and stuff. I'd poke around for a couple high-resolution stock photos, use those for a specific location, and then go from there.
Okay, and let me answer your cartoons critic. No, Tokyo Dark Mew was a spin-off of Tokyo Mew Mew. That was a fan-based project back in the day. I think you can actually still find fan-made AMVs of it around. It's like they would color over Mew Ichigo and make a new storyline, kind of like Sailor Moon Sacrifice is doing right now. Sorry, I had to address that because I know that's probably, for anyone who's sort of newer to YouTube and hasn't been around since like 2008, that what I just said makes no sense. I'm old! I've been around here for far too long.
Internet years. They age you rapidly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what my, that's my input on that. That's what I want to do, because I feel like that's just going to be, Like, people are going to be interested if there's pretty shiny graphics or something, you know? And then I don't have to worry about awkward writing because my dialogue is the only thing people like about my stuff.
I'm horrible with dialogue.
Dialogue's
I should
fun.
link you to one of my horrible fanfics. Just just look at the dialogue. It's bad.
Yes, I am old, cartoon critic. I am 25 years young.
You better not call 25 old, because I'm 25 too.
We're old. We're those ants from Practical Magic, another movie that's so dated only two of us will understand what I just said.
Have fun with your obscure references. It's bad enough that every time I record with Eric and Bacon for Talking Rainbows, Talking Puppies, they reference every obscure 90s thing they can think of, and I'm sitting there lost. Absolutely
Don't worry,
lost.
Practical Magic is actually a 2000s thing, so... Hey!
But still, obscure references. Please don't make my podcast that way too. Please and thank you. I'd like at least one space where I understand most of what people are talking about, except when we have conversations about video games. Then I'm incredibly lost.
Well, hey, if it helps, you really should watch Practical Magic because it's a good movie. I mean, when you see the two ants, I think you'll feel a little bit better about what I just said because they're great.
Wait, is that the one with You Were Always on My Mind?
It's the one with shit, what's her name? Nicole Kidman. And shit, what's her name? She was in Miss Congeniality.
Brooke Shields?
Yeah, no.
Shit, hold on.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. That's what this is here for.
Here it is. Okay, Practical. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
1998. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind.
But my favorite part about that movie is like, I'm gonna do a spell that's not gonna work because soulmates don't exist. 20 years later, oh, they do exist. What the hell? It's got that sort of humor in it, Scrooge. So yeah, I think you should check it out.
I was laughing about this, but yeah.
Laugh about what?
What I just said.
All the things.
Oh no. Am I going to regret pulling this up?
Not really.
Nah, I'd be a lot more concerned if Adam sent me a link to something. Adam being my boyfriend, he likes to send me links to weird things. I'm being mean, Adam, say something.
No.
Warcraft.
I think I'm funny giving him a hard time. But I'm not.
But like, I have projects planned for 2018. It's just, can I get to them and not cry?
You can't turn on Rage in bed.
Like, was it The Flash or was it Guardians of the Galaxy? It's like, that's what you do. You make plan A. You expect plan A to go sideways. So you have plan B. You expect that to fuck up. Then you go to plan C. And then you go to plan D. And then plan E is where everything finally goes right for you. Because that is me.
Oh, I know that feel. Some days I spend like close to an hour on Indeed or something, scouring through job postings and stuff, posting or sending my resume to new jobs, and then I have like 3 or 4 jobs at a given time. Always thinking, plan A, B, C, this is my backup. This is the backup to my backup.
Backup to the backup to the backup to the backup.
Pretty much. Heck, the way things are going, I'm seriously considering making commissions more of a part-time job. I'm not expecting anything impressive from it, but I need all the opportunities I can get. Just saying that. Gonna do what I can to make some kind of money. Not expecting anything impressive, but yeah.
Hopefully, I will get to go back to college this year whenever I get the paperwork that I need to turn in for my student loans, because I have to pay $5 a month on them for a few months before I can go back. So whenever I get that and can fill it out and send it back in, I will be able to apply for colleges through Tennessee free 2-year program that they have. Woohoo.
Hope that goes through.
Yeah, it's going to be early childhood education, so since nothing else worked out for me.
Okay, been streaming for close to an hour now. Gonna wrap things up. Happy New Year, everybody. Any last comments, questions, concerns, etc.?
I don't think so.
2017 can bite it.
Yes, fuck 2017, right in the ear. It has a...
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.